So welcome to the second edition of Alpha Kilo's Art Plus Interiors and our Salon Series, which we host here at number 11 Savile Row. So today's topic is mentoring the next generation. In recent years, with remote work becoming more prevalent, I really feel like there's a gap in mentoring, and I think it's even more pronounced within the design world. So with this in mind, we invited the godfather of American design himself and a personal mentor of mine, Jerry Helling, to tell us more about the programs he's set up over the years and also give us guidance on how we can support future generations of designers. Jerry is the president and creative director of Bernhardt Design. He repositioned Bernhardt from a domestic manufacturer of traditional wood furniture into an international phenomenon with global distribution, working with some of today's leading designers. He is known for supporting, oh, I love this. He's wildly known for supporting, wow, people are getting really excited about you, Jerry, for supporting design education and mentoring young designers. He's established a design studio at the Art Center College of Design in Pasadena. He started the ICFF Studio to help launch careers. Is that American? Okay. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Global careers. He's a curator, juror, mentor, speaker, first president of Be Original, an industry initiative to preserve the authenticity of design. And he is in London today from North Carolina. Hi, Jerry.
Hello, Amy.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Was the Art Center the first program you set up on mentorship, and kind of like what drove you to start that program? And tell us a little bit about it, I guess.
Yes, there was, at the time, there wasn't anything like this. Subsequently, a lot of people jumped on board, and there were many of these programs. And the reason I started it was because talking to young designers, they just seemed lost. They didn't know how to engage and have a conversation. So I wanted to do a program that was real life, real time, that they would go through their ideation processes. They would actually have to go through prototyping processes themselves. We would take them to shows for exhibitions. We would teach them how to write their press releases. I think you were involved in this at one time.
Press release instruction, you know.
That it was the full Monty on trying to give them the sort of education they would need once they graduated, because so much of it was theory, and that's fantastic. You need theory. You need to think outside of the box, to explore. You need to do all those things in art school or in design school, but you also need to understand business. Yeah. Because today, with so many designers choosing to be makers or work for very small design firms, if you don't have some understanding of business, you're a little lost.
Yeah. From your side, Jerry, though, when you're launching these types of programs, like, and working with young designers who are still learning their craft or who haven't had that experience, you know, are there challenges that come with that, or is that, you know, do you find probably better start them at a younger age in terms of, so as they evolve in their, you know, education, or experience,
yeah. Yeah, and these guys came in at what, to me, I've always broken it into 3 levels. There were students. In the first project I was talking about was purely at the student level. You are enrolled at university. I came to meet Christian and Claudia at level number 2 when they were out on their own early on trying to launch their career. Now, luckily, they've moved on to level 3 now, where they are young designers that are doing really good work. They've got a number of different clients, but they're still at the point where they need as much visibility as they can get. And my job was, I've always thought, was to help at all 3 levels.
Right. On that note, like, what do you think schools, the industry, like could do to support? Like, what, how could, like, companies, brands, institutions get involved to support that level?
Well, I guess let's start with schools. And am I allowed to just give my personal opinion on this?
Of course. This is like, no holds barred. Yeah.
It's my personal opinion that the schools don't give their students the platform they need to be noticed. That when they take them to exhibitions, like Satellite or something in the States, or anywhere they might be showing, they take 30 different designers, and you just get this little bit of dabbling of what somebody might be. I think you have to take a small group of people and promote them in a very focused way so that people can understand what they do and have a greater chance of meeting them.
But what do you look for when you do find yourself flipping through wallpaper?
The act of me choosing someone is based on charisma, what the relationship you have when you meet somebody. Blind emails don't work very well. The ones that do work are, can you help? I've designed something. Could I show it to you and get some advice on where you might see this being placed that is making no pitch to me about selling it? But who isn't going to give some advice to somebody who asks for it in a nice way? And when you get that a charismatic relationship going between the two of you, then the offer, then it becomes, oh, okay, what are the things what else are you working on? The worst thing young designers can do is, I have the perfect thing for you, and they send it to you, and it's like,
you're like,
are
gross.
you kidding me? Well, it's like, have you ever looked at our website before? Right. What would make you think this would be the perfect thing for us?
Tomorrow I'm doing a workshop for a bunch of interior design firms on like the architecture of storytelling. So like how to like build a PR pitch. And that's one of the things I talk about. I was like, please don't pitch to a title without going out, buying it, and reading it. And then saying, I think we'd fit really good in this title, or we'd fit really good in this column. I think that more considered, that more, and I think, because we're pitchers, right? That's our job. We're in the process of always pitching. Is I've put in time and investment into this, and I'm carefully considering, this email that I'm sending to you. Like I saw your work here, and I was really inspired by this, and I wanted to show you this work I did because it reminded me of like a technique that you use that I was inspired by. Something like that, where you're like, they're paying attention. It works, I'm sure, with manufacturers. It definitely works with press. It's like, I've read this article. I thought it was super interesting. Like, I thought this might be interesting.
That sums it up.
Yeah.
Something that's well thought out graciously presented
Yeah.
is very, you're very likely to get a good response.